Coffee with Des, and today I want to introduce you to the gorgeous, very inspirational, and I don't think there's enough words for you, Shri. I could keep going and on going. Beautiful, inside and out,
Thank you.
Sridevi Ganti, and a lot of us know her by Shri as well. So today I have the pleasure of having coffee with her, and Shri, welcome.
Thank you so much, Daljit. It's lovely to sit with you
Hmm.
over a cup of coffee on this very special day of Women's Day, and happy Women's Day to you and all the wonderful women out there.
Yeah. Happy Women's Day.
Thank you.
I am feeling very honored to have you on and to be able to highlight you. You are so inspirational for many women. You kind of make the path for many, I've found, and you're always welcoming uh, everyone. So really want to hear about yourself and, your story, because I know a lot of people meet you, but they don't get to have coffee with you like
Yeah.
me to find out, about you and,
Thank you.
your
Thank
journey
you.
to where we are
Thank
today.
you. Yeah, it's been a long journey, and thank you, Daljit. My pleasure. My journey started when I was just like 23 years old. Came to a new country,
Hmm.
new husband, in the middle of snowstorm of Ottawa winter in December with
Yeah.
$20. So the journey has been beautiful and long with lots of memories in these 35 years.
Hmm.
And who I am today is because of this journey. And it's because of all the people I've met. That's who I am today, because of the wonderful people that came in this journey of my life here in Canada. And through this 35 years, I have met some of the most wonderful people and learned from them. And I want to be that person who can really give back to the community the way I saw other people do.
Oh,
So,
that is really sweet.
yeah.
So, one of the very first times I ever met you, you welcomed me like with open arms, and I've never looked back.
Thank
And
you.
every
Thank
time
you.
you're away and I have to attend anything, I feel like there's a big void. So, you've really touched many, individuals' hearts, and
Thank you. Thank you.
we're just really happy to have you
Hmm.
always. So,
Yeah. Thank
tell
you.
me, how have you celebrated Women's Day?
Um, Celebrating Women's Day this year, Women's Day is about innovation and technology
Mm-hmm.
for women. And believe it or not, at my work, we are a bunch of women. We are all data scientists. We are all working with numbers. And I know many do fear, it may be not a women's field, but today we are here strong, 10 women in our department, all working, making reports and all these
Mm-hmm.
analytics and all these things we do. And was quite surprised to see, oh, this year is about innovation and technology and women's equality on that. So
Mm-hmm.
it's really nice that, United Nations has started this, and more women are in the field, which were mostly male dominated in previous, maybe 10, 15 years back, but more women are working, so that's cause for celebration. So we had cake and we had flowers, and it's nice to celebrate those achievements
No, it
in
definitely
this.
is. Like, even with
Mhm,
myself, there's when you look at our South Asian community,
mhm,
there's not a lot of female even realtors like
mhm,
myself.
yes.
So,
Mhm,
definitely, making your way into an industry that's been male dominated
mhm,
for quite a while is,
mhm,
it isn't easy. And I know even with, like you're saying, in the tech sector
mhm,
and
mhm,
other sectors as well, it's
mhm,
it's it's
mhm.
it's very similar.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I have to say that this is because of our mothers and our aunts who have paved the way,
Mm-hmm.
who have highlighted the importance of education, who have got women forward to go there out in the world, to in the workforce, to serve the community, as well as
Yeah.
come home and try and multitask and do all the jobs well in a family, and
Yes.
not stereotype the women as to one way or the other. So
Mm-hmm.
I think I owe it to all the parents who have really given us that opportunity today to be who we are,
Yeah.
right?
I
Yeah.
know that, like you said, there's a lot of women that have paved the way for
Mm-hmm.
us,
Mm-hmm.
but I was fortunate enough to meet your mom,
Mm-hmm.
and she's such a warm heart, right? Always very intellectual too, and
Mm-hmm.
you when you sat down with her, you just knew she was a wealth of knowledge. So tell me about, how did she play as a role model for you growing up?
My mom, she was a teacher in the school. And in the 60s, when women mostly were at home,
Hmm.
she went all the way from Hyderabad to Delhi to study
Hmm.
in Pusa Institute to do her master's. It's so nice. I have to say, gratitude goes to my grandfather who sent her all the way, a young girl at age 20, 25, to go all the way to Delhi to study. And then she came back, and she got married to my dad, and they were from two different cultures.
Oh,
So that
wow.
was a very different
That was very
thing,
different back
exactly, in
then.
those days, to have something called love marriage, at the time. And then me and my sister, as twins, we were born. And my mom was trying to do her PhD in National Sugar Institute. And from then she became a teacher. And the struggles women had faced at the time, but they were strong. They were so strong. They wanted to achieve something, to make a difference.
Hmm.
And I think my mom is my role model. Today, where I am sitting or standing and doing what I'm doing is because of my mom, and also my aunts, who all have done so wonderful in their own lives, being doctors, being accountants, being in the field where women generally did not go. They went and worked in that workforce. So hats off to
Yeah,
all the
all the women
women,
that have
exactly, paved that way.
paved that way for us.
Exactly,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. No, it's
you
it's
know
it's really something, because even today you meet people, different individuals, especially with all the migration happening,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
that haven't had that exposure of
mm-hmm,
working as a female,
mm-hmm,
even in today's world, right?
mm-hmm,
So
yeah,
for
mm-hmm,
them to, and they're eager and they want to come out, and that's why I wanted to have you on, and like, so other women can hear about your journey, and you know how you can inspire, like we're all there to kind of inspire each other, as well as
absolutely.
I
Mm-hmm,
feel like for me one of the main goals is always to lift other people around me,
mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm.
especially when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
women.
Mm-hmm. And when I came as a 23-year-old young girl
Hmm.
and I was all alone, I can see that when young people come here. And that's the idea. When they come, and I see them, I welcome them, I ask them where they are from, make
Hmm.
them feel at home. We are miles, miles away from, your home, your parents, your brothers and sisters, your community. And somebody for them to feel as a mom or as a friend, to give back that little joy
I've
in them, and they feel comfortable.
Like I've experienced it firsthand with
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
So there's many students from all over, like India, for example,
Mm-hmm,
from
mm-hmm,
different states, and they
mm-hmm,
leave their families, basically, finishing and coming here for university or college.
mm-hmm.
And you've been, that mother figure they're able to, come to for questions. And it's not
Yeah.
only just students, but like, I mean, even as a friend, I know many individuals that are newcomers, or
Mm-hmm,
whether they've been
mm-hmm,
just migrating to Victoria, or even,
mm-hmm.
if they've been here forever. You're always there to, answer their questions and find them the resources, right?
Yeah.
Wealth of
Thank
knowledge. And
you. Thank you.
I'm a strong believer of sharing, what you.
Sharing, making a network of people, making them comfortable, making them feel at home is so important, because otherwise they're lost. And we don't want them to lose hope. Their parents with a lot of dreams have sent their children this far,
Hmm.
and they want to achieve their dreams. So those little steps for us to hold their hands, help them out,
Hmm.
connect them to a friend, connect them to people, whether it's getting a job, getting their own car, getting, daycare for their children. Little things like that make a big difference in their lives. So we as women who have been here, if we can help those newcomers and, give them that path of, yes, you can do it, give them a little hand holding and, a support, is is just priceless. It's
It
priceless.
definitely is. It
You
definitely
know,
is.
yeah.
And
And then they can take off, after that little,
yeah,
they have
there's only
somebody.
students, even families that are coming that are,
Mm-hmm.
really well settled back home, but
Yes.
they're coming here,
Mm-hmm.
starting a basically a new journey in their
Absolutely.
life, a new
Mm-hmm.
chapter, and
Mm-hmm.
starting, and there's a lot of things to learn, but at the same time to get together. So you're always a great resource for everyone.
Yeah.
So what keeps you going?
People. I think I have what you call FOMO, or fear of missing out. I don't want to miss out on an opportunity to help. I don't want to miss out on making a new friend.
Hmm.
And for me, however much I give to my community, much more comes back to me,
Oh,
and
that's so
that is
sweet of you.
priceless. So you
Yeah.
know what, that we can't go in a store and buy. What
Oh,
get comes back to me in that joy of giving is just priceless. So that keeps me going. um, People are affectionate. People make you who you are. There's so much warmth. There's so much to learn every day. Daljit, one of my mottos is to learn something new every day,
hmm,
whether it be about a plant or about a culture, about a new person who has come from a different country. There is so much to learn out there. You just become richer every day by learning something new. So when you keep your eyes and ears open to that, something new is around you. It's amazing. Life is like, wow, I learned something new. You feel like, oh, the light bulb went off, kind of thing.
yeah.
And I think that keeps me going. That keeps me going because everybody has something new to tell, everybody has something new to show, and we have to just give our eyes and ears open to receive that.
Yeah,
And
no,
that's important,
that's true. And it's just not, where I see you as a spokesperson
person.
for, everyone, like for the community.
Hmm.
You're also, welcoming other communities and, really promoting diversity, right?
Absolutely,
And that's also a very
absolutely.
important part of,
Hmm.
when we're Canadians, and,
Hmm.
to kind of have that, like, kind of joining hands,
Absolutely.
right? And
At the core of all of us, we are all the same. Whether we come from Europe or
mhm,
Asia or any other country, our problems, our day to day issues are the same. We need to get dinner ready, we have children to take to sports and school.
mhm,
So many things are common. And welcoming everyone, and we're a multicultural society here in Victoria and in Canada. So, we learn from each other. Helping out one another is the most beautiful thing. So welcoming all people from all walks of life, from all parts of the world, is something, we are happy here in Victoria that we are able to do that for our community.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
one thing I want to share is that when you've kind of, I would say, showed paved the way for me is like community work. I mean, you've encouraged me many times, like, come out for this,
Mm-hmm.
do that, and then
Mm-hmm.
even the multiculturalism board that
Mm-hmm.
you were
Mm-hmm.
a part of,
Mm-hmm.
you had me come
Mm-hmm.
out and,
Mm-hmm.
meet with other people from other parts. And, it's important, you're not just doing it yourself, but you're also always encouraging others and to take part as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
I think we have to walk with everyone.
yeah.
It is to take everyone along and walk along with
Hmm.
them to wherever we are trying to achieve, whether
Yeah.
it's a cultural event or in a kind of a function somewhere,
Hmm.
to not have any hierarchy, but just all of us walk together
Yeah.
and do things together,
Hmm.
whether we are cooking somewhere, whether we are doing a show somewhere, just to be together.
Oh yeah, no, and that's
And
very,
that's so important to make it inclusive, that
you
everybody is
do
able to
that.
do that. Yeah, and I want to do that
Yeah,
because everybody has so much to offer. So just that inclusion is just so important.
it is. It
People from
is.
different faiths, different backgrounds, different different countries,
Hmm.
at the core we are all the same.
That's
So
very
I
true.
think that for that reason I really want that we're all that one. The world is one and it's becoming smaller, and you know yeah.
That's true. That's true. That's very true.
Hmm.
So, if you had to give a message today to women out there, what would it be?
um Follow your dream. There are all people to support you, and sky's the limit. And and always include everyone with you. And I want to say that message,
Hmm.
that being inclusive is one of the most important things.
Especially in today's world, like I think we are very fortunate from, when you said when you immigrated to now,
Hmm.
there's so many more opportunities today
Absolutely,
than there
absolutely.
was back then, right? So there's
Hmm.
so much
Hmm.
that we all can work towards and
Yes. Hmm.
achieve if.
Exactly,
Mhm.
exactly. Open mind, and the sky's the limit. Yeah, I want women to just go out there and they know. I want them to know that they have our support.
Yeah. You know what,
Hmm.
recently, this year, I'll say I was fortunate enough that I worked with, a woman that works on a construction site.
Hmm. Hmm.
And she's working just like right
Hmm.
hand, and and they don't want to be pitied. They
Yeah,
want to
exactly.
be
Yeah,
able
they
to do
want.
the same thing
Yeah.
that
Hmm.
anybody in that role would do.
Do, yes, yeah.
And then one other individual I worked with is a bus driver.
Hmm. Hmm.
She is a woman, and
Hmm.
because of her height especially, people were like, no,
Hmm.
she's not gonna be
Hmm.
able to do this, but she achieved it. And I
Hmm.
was so happy to hear these stories of
Hmm. Hmm.
women, because you don't really always hear that, there's there jobs that are out of the norm for.
Exactly, exactly.
Mhm.
Yes, yeah.
It's good to be able to see women doing all the roles in the workforce, and
Mm-hmm.
there's
Mm-hmm.
nothing, like you said, that's impossible. And follow
Exactly.
your dreams
Yeah,
and
for
be,
your dreams.
whatever you're
Yeah.
passionate about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely.
that's
I
good.
mean, women power together. I mean, I think we can just make such a big difference
Hmm.
in the world, and we should all stay united in this
Yeah.
journey.
So just like Shri said, you can basically do anything you want. And let me guess, your mom, a
Yes.
wife,
Uh-huh.
a daughter,
Mhm.
and sister, and
Sister.
basically all the
Yeah.
other walks of friend, good
Hmm.
friend. So you've been able to do all the roles, and I think all women can.
All
And
women can,
yeah,
and
to end this at a good note, right? I think you mentioned a really good point, and that is that in today's world of the tech world,
mm-hmm,
we're
mm-hmm.
losing that personal touch.
Yeah.
So having conversations and having coffee together,
Yeah.
and being able to listen to each other is very important.
Very important.
Yeah.
Very important. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Thank you, Shri, today for joining
Thank
me
you
for
so
coffee.
much.
I really
Thank you.
appreciate it. Happy
Thank
Women's
you.
Day. Cheers.
Happy Women's Day to you. Cheers. Thank
Eh,
you so
No
much.
worries.